Alright, good day to you folks. Welcome to Speed Gaming 3, and welcome to the next match in the Majora's... whoops, wrong game, sorry. The Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer 2022 tournament. Sorry, I've been busy. We are here to bring you the Round 4 of Swiss. In today's match, we have AeroRaiser versus XenoWars. I'm Captain MD. I'll be joined, hopefully, by Ivy Paw later down the road. But today, folks, we have Nomad and Gollop on tracking, and we will give you a good show today. So for today's match, this is going to be... We've got a few RAs to talk about, too, as we begin to kick things off here. We have Landing Site Start, Shuffled Violet Translator, Hive Transport Gates both down, so that you can go straight to Industrial Site, and the Aegon elevator goes to Aegon's Temple Access Room again, just like has been quite common lately. No changes to required mains. Missile main launcher not required. Powerbomb main launcher still required. And we should be getting good to go in just a second here. Alright, so AeroRaiser, the first out of the cutscene. Ooh, we got a nice Merry Christmas green here on XenoWars screen. I like it. Perfect timing for the holidays. Hope you're having a good start to your December. Arrow, meanwhile, has a color as white as snow, and I do approve. So yeah, we're all about being festive and enjoying the holiday season here, folks. But yes, the Hive transport gates are set to open by default in this preset, so that way our runners can go directly to Industrial Site without the need for Violet Translator. Our first hint tonight reveals that... Tonight, it's like 3 in the afternoon. Reveals that a cursed lake is dead. Missile-related upgrades cannot be behind a cursed lake. Now, because we have no Violet Translator, we can't go ahead and read hints right away like we normally could. Oh, that's an early Dark Suit. That's a very early Dark Suit as a first item. Oh dear. Something that I've admittedly failed to do lately too. It looks like XenoWars forgot to turn off the elevator whooshing sound when coming out of a one-way elevator to a non-elevator room. Bit unfortunate. That's pretty common, to be fair. Now, I couldn't see what that was in Mining Station A, but it didn't look like a regular missile tank. We're going to see what our runners pick up here in Portal Access A. And we get an early Amber Translator, so that does give us a free item immediately in Sand Cache. And it looks like AeroRaiser is interested in checking the hint at Portal Terminal. And it would appear XenoWars is going to follow suit here, but accidentally entered the cannon again. Yeah, hints have been quite the power play moves as of late. And this hint reads, the movement system can be found in Aegon. That is most likely referring to Space Jump. But we'll see. There's 4 movement systems after all. 2 progressive grapples, gravity, and Space Jump. A bit about our runners right now. AeroRaiser is currently 1-2-0. XenoWars is, I believe, 0-2-0. Did they have a bye at one point? Let me double check. Yeah, it looks like XenoWars had a bye in round 2. All right, we see that Hive Chamber A contains another movement system, so that is DMT that it's talking about. There's our movement system in Aegon. It is Grapple Beam. So, Bomb Guardian is currently not in play yet. Bomb Guardian still requires either Space Jump, Missiles, Bombs, Boost Ball, or Screw Attack. The only other thing I can think of right now that could be progression is main Power Bombs or another Grapple in GFMC. Yeah, Bomb Guardian's a one-way check, not a soft lock. I should correct myself there. Xeno is going to go ahead and check the hint here in Mining Plaza, with AeroRaiser following suit here. Looks like Aero pulled a little bit ahead on the bridge, and we discover that Chica is dead. No doubt a great sigh of relief to our runners today. AeroRaiser's going to try and get a peek inside Mining Plaza. And unfortunately, I really can't tell what that is. So our runners both returning to Temple Grounds here. With this current equipment, the only check in logic immediately that comes to mind is GFMC. But it looks like both runners are, Xeno rather, is electing to just take the elevator back to Aegon Temple accesses. That is actually a little faster. So both runners are going to be making one of the two remaining checks that are currently in play here, and we will see which one is the correct one here. Now, unfortunately, no runner has a special weapon to deal with DMT properly, so we'll see how this plays out. AeroRaiser is heading in the direction of the Hive Chambers. I don't know if he realizes he hasn't fought Bomb Guardian yet. Or is this just for a safety... Oh, this is for a safety save. In case GFMC is a soft lock. Because this is the closest safety save next to landing site. So far, XenoWars not having too much trouble with this Bomb Guardian without special weapons, but manages to almost 3-cycle it. It's going to be a 4th cycle. What Xeno really doesn't want to do is get chomped, because I think a Bomb Guardian chomp deals close to 20 damage, if not 15 or 10. Still don't want to get hit by that. Alright, and Bomb Guardian is Screw Attack. So, NSJ Screw Attack should be in logic in this difficulty because there is just barely enough of a reach to the Z-axis, as you just saw Xeno perform a successful screw there. Looks like AeroRaiser's decided to turn around and head back to Aegon here, just safety saving in Hive Chamber C. With Screw Attack, GFMC is now a much safer check. In fact, GFMC appears to be possibly our progression right now, although we do know there is a movement system in DMT, so it looks like that's going to probably be Xeno's next stop. Fairly good bet that this is Space Jump. All right, so certainly an interesting way to start out this this type of start. Yeah, because we've seen a lot of as of late, we've seen a lot of Aegon Gate to Aegon Temple access starts lately, which has been a favorite RA, mainly due to its ability to allow unnecessary or I should say, allows the game to filter out missile launcher as an early starting item, so that way we're not getting it in the first 5 minutes. We're going to see Xeno kind of hop on the crate and use the cutscene here in order to quickly climb up this ledge, get to Temple Assembly Site a little bit faster. Interestingly, not going for DMT, at least not yet. Maybe thinking to get it on the way out. Potentially doing a save warp out of Alpha Splinter. Interesting. AeroRaiser is interested in opening up, or at least wanted to open up labs with NSJ Screw Attack, but I don't think you can get enough height. That is Light Beam in Temple Assembly Site. So, looks like Xeno's going to go ahead and pick that up real quick. With NSJ Screw Attack, combining Task Jump is, doing Task Jump is a little bit easier. Because I don't think the Z-axis is anywhere near where you need to be at for this. Ooh, Xeno almost got it. Definitely does want this Light Beam, especially if you're going to be taking on Alpha Splinter in a minute. Light Beam is definitely a plus. Z-axis is way above any room in Temple Grounds. That's what I figured. Alright, Xeno's electing to abandon Light Beam for now and proceed on to GFMC. Is gonna have to scan this gate in order to pass here without Space Jump or bombs. And let's see, AeroRaiser is also heading in the direction of Temple Assembly Site. I wager runners want to try and avoid going to get Space Jump until bombs show up. That way they can get both in one swing and not have to ever dip the hive chambers ever again. It is a bit of a walk around. Alright, AeroRaiser gets Task Jump successfully and is going to pick up Light Beam here. Alright, so what XenoWars is attempting to do is the Duke Jump, trying to slope jump up this ledge so that way they can duplicate the item that is currently in the yellow crate in GFMC. And let's see what this is. Hopefully it's missiles. It is, in fact, Vanilla Missile Launcher. So XenoWars is safe and will be able to proceed to Save Station Transport A access. AeroRaiser heading in the same direction, and we'll be picking up missiles in a moment. Now, it should be noted that because we do effectively have random elevators enabled because of the Aegon Temple to Aegon, or Aegon Gate to Aegon Temple elevator kerfuffle, the elevators are considered one way to anywhere, just with the other elevators going to their vanilla locations. And the end result of this is that the Emerald Gate should remain down pretty much at all times. Yeah, the gate is normally down in vanilla on the first pass, but unlike vanilla, this gate will actually stay down for the entirety of XenoWars' current trip into Grey Temple. That is a missile tank there, which is actually... yeah, we can get this with Screw Attack. Oh, actually, no, we can't get this with Screw Attack. We need Space Jump for a full Screw Attack. So unfortunately, Xeno is going to have to leave that missile tank behind. AeroRaiser is getting pestered by the Dark Splinters in the meantime. Did those splinters just stop on each other? Interesting. Never seen that before. But yeah, unfortunately, both runners electing to go up Sacred Path the long way here through the Kinetic Orb Cannon. It is possible with standable terrain and scan dashes to get up without to the top of the ledge without using the cannon, but it's standable terrain and scan dashing, so pretty tough trick. So yeah, AeroRaiser also mildly annoyingly won't be able to pick up that missile tank, but XenoWars picks up a Dark Visor on Dark Alpha Splinter. And wouldn't you know it, right after Light Beam, Umos 1 has Sunburst. So good, we have some form of heavy firepower already available to us, but no Violet Translator, so we are unable to read this hint. Xeno will now save warp to get back to the temple. Now, that Dark Visor early very much makes me suspect Warrior's Walk. Not Warrior's Walk, sorry, Battleground Ink Cache. Because what's currently stopping us from getting into that ink cache right now? Right now, if we had... We either need... Bombs and Annihilator Beam to get in through Command Center. Bombs, Annihilator Beam plus Super Missiles to get in from Command Center Doomed Entry. Or... bombs and Super Missiles to get in from the Judgment Pit side. So now we're going to see DMT from XenoWars, and this will likely net them space jump. I'd be very surprised if this was gravity. But it's not, it's space jump. So we now have space jump screw attack, so let's see what that puts into play for us here. That puts us... We have Missile Launcher. So... we have Light Beam as well. So Central Mining Station is in play. Let's see. Screw Attack also gives us access to... We can get into labs via screw attacking the Crystal Switch in... main reactor. We can't get the item in Storage D without Dark Beam, and we can't go past Sand Processing without bombs. We also can't make our way into Command Center from that side without Dark Beam either, so... Yeah, Central Mining Station for now definitely the play, unless there's somehow a vanilla Dark Beam. Screw Attack does give us entry into Command Center through the front, yes. Interestingly of note, AeroRaiser has decided to reset back to the reset and then save warp, but as a result of doing so, skipped out on Dark Visor. Very interesting play. Alright, XenoWars in the meantime is interested in the hint here in landing site. Is trying to do a slope jump off of this small lip in the corner here in order to get up to the ledge. And Defiled Shrine is a key. If that is a Sky Temple key, we already have Dark Visor, and Super Missiles are logically required anyway, so they should show up within reasonable time. So that would actually be an excellent last Sky Temple key to pick up. But for now, Xeno is going to go ahead and grab Light Beam. Unfortunately, without explosives, our runners will not be able to go ahead and clear Hive Chamber B this pass. They're going to have to come back to it later, which I imagine is what both runners were hoping to avoid. Which is why they may have put off Transport or Hive Chamber B for so long. And we find a red key here in Storage Cavern B, but it belongs to Torvis. Unfortunately, Chick is dead, so that's a pointless key. So yeah, with Light Beam in tow, yeah, pretty much the only check that opens up is a one-way Storage D or Central Mining Station, and Central Mining Station is more likely the play. That being said, we have already seen one dangerous action so far this race. With Screw Attack on Bomb Guardian. Now, it should be noted, and I guess we can bring this up now as we're heading back to Aegon. Randomania version 5.2 has just been released. We're still on 5.1, but in 5.2 there is one logic change that is should be noted for the remainder of this tournament, which will probably start week 5, if not the brackets. But it should be noted that just Space Jump and Screw Attack is now enough for Central Mining Station because of the standable terrain using the boxes and the central balcony. So it no longer requires either Light Beam or Spider Ball with Space Jump. It can now be done with Space Jump or Space Jump and Screw Attack, I should say. I still can't particularly see too well. Oh, that's... What was that? Didn't look like a conventional ammo tank. Oh, it's an energy tank. Alright, so Mining Plaza's dead. And Xeno's taking another look just to verify, but yep, that is in fact an energy tank. Unfortunately, now with AeroRaiser saving away Dark Visor, I'm a little bit concerned about the Battleground in cache now, because I myself just had high main power bombs. Yep, item glowing like a Christmas tree behind a force field. Already have Light Beam. That is main power bombs. Just got put into logic via that Light Beam. So what AeroRaiser is going to do here is shoot the boxes from the gap in the grates and use Screw Attack to enter Command Center, because you can do that. That could be logically expected as well. XenoWars has also taken a brief moment to take a detour to Transport Center to discover that it contains a missile tank. And I believe that is a ball-related upgrade here in Command Center, and it is Spider Ball. So we now have a way out of main reactor back to towards Aegon Temple. Interesting. Furthermore, once we get bombs, we will have access to Spider's treasure. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a light tank in Mining Station A. No worries, Ivy Paul. We're just getting started here. Seed has been a little bit spicy so far. Oh, that is a life support system in Battleground. There is a non-zero chance that's a suit right now, given Dark Visor is very early. It's on Alpha Splinter. So yeah, we had a we had a landing site start with no Violet translator, and that Aegon elevator leads to Aegon Temple shenanigans that we've seen a lot the last couple of weeks. And so far, the progression chain has been Bomb Guardian, second progressive grapple, first one being in Sand Cache.
Okay.
And that was to Vanilla Missile Launcher GFMC, which puts Command Center into play, and Central Mining Station for that power bomb, main power bomb you just saw Xeno demonstrate there.
Train Canyon.
Alright, this is an ammo tank.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, though, AeroRaiser reset away his Dark Visor after finishing up Great Temple. I guess wasn't interested in Sunburst, but didn't think about Dark Visor.
Yeah, that could be an important thing later on.
Yeah, luckily we don't have access to Battleground right now. Pretty much the only thing keeping us out of that is either bombs or Annihilator Beam.
Yeah.
Alright, we see Dark Samus here, and AeroRaiser makes incredibly quick work.
Yeah.
Alright, so Xeno was trying to get to the top of, oh. Sorry about that. But Xeno was trying to get to the top of the room, Central Mining, to go up that way, but elected instead to screw attack into Command Center, and this will work out in their favor as they do receive a Spider Ball from it. Unfortunately, without bombs, AeroRaiser's not going to be able to do anything else past this point. But is just reloading main reactor, which can be acquired with a screw attack into the tunnel. Exactly, chat. Someone's been trying to contact me about my ship's extended warranty. Ooh, Dark Oasis is a life support. Okay, that's definitely an energy tank.
Yeah.
Ooh, Arrow just barely getting into main reactor's tunnel there and receives an energy tank for his trouble. With power bombs in tow, XenoWars is going to back out of labs here and check out mining station access. And gets a power bomb refund. With this equipment, Wind Chamber Gate is now in play. Dynamo Chamber and Comm Area are in play. Seems like the place to be is to head back to Temple Grounds.
Hive Chamber B also should be in play as well.
It should be, yes. We can go to Hive Chamber B.
Yeah. DMT, Hive Chamber B, again, Wind Chamber.
DMT already had our space jump. That was hinted, so our runners went back for that. There's that hint right there that Xeno just displayed. But they did not have power bombs until after power bombs were locked by said space jump. So, looks like Xeno's going to make the same Dark Samus play here. Now, unfortunately, Dark Samus, or Storage D rather, was only a Dark Ammo tank, so nothing of note there. AeroRaiser will be back in just about 30 seconds, folks. Unfortunately, we do believe that due to mid-roll ads, Arrow's screen is going to be frozen for the next few seconds here, but it should sort itself out in about 15 seconds. All right, so it looks like AeroRaiser did go back for Hive Chamber B. Looks like at best it was a missile tank based on the extra 5 missiles on Arrow's in Arrow's count.
Yeah.
Personal tracker doesn't show anything new either, says Nomad, one of our trackers today. And yeah, it doesn't, and I do agree with that. That being said, with power bombs in tow, there is a lot we can do here in Temple Grounds. As mentioned before, we've got Dynamo Chamber, Comm Area, and Wind Chamber Gateway. And Wind Chamber itself, our runners could very easily check with a... Well, not easily, I should say. They can check it with...
Oh, well,
there's bombs.
bombs.
Okay, that's fair enough. To clarify with chat, the E that AeroRaiser has right now was found in...
And reactor.
Yes. And that's the E-Tank XenoWars just picked up.
Yeah.
Alright, we are now going to see what is in the Reliquary hint. Now, given that we may possibly have a second life support system already in play, that... Oh, and we
spicy.
have... That's very spicy. We are only a secret missile away and a light suit from being able to actually get that. And given what we know, there is a non-zero chance that that light suit is in Battleground. We also do need another beam, as Golem points out, because we can't activate the portal in Sacred Path yet. Alright, it looks like AeroRaiser's first stop is going to be Wind Chamber, but is going to make a quick detour for power bombs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say it's fairly likely that Wind Chamber Gate is progression. It's been a very common hotspot in this tournament.
Yeah.
Alright, that appears to be a missile tank in Wind Chamber. Wind Chamber itself has been pretty devoid of progression lately. I know it requires a lot of stuff, but even still. That is a boost ball of some kind, boost or cannon. Either way, I'm sure AeroRaiser's not going to say no. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so full. That puts Zen processing and logic.
Indeed it does. We can also now...
Yeah. All of Outer Dead also in logic too.
Yeah, that actually got put in logic Yeah, boost ball by itself put it in logic, because
Yeah.
it's possible to do in these settings Hall of Honor dead with just boost and main power bombs, because we have main power bombs give 3 to start instead of 2. But we found bombs right behind main power bombs, so no need to worry about that kerfuffle today. But I think AeroRaiser is going to double back now and pick up that Dark Visor. And with Amber and Light in tow, might even go to Hall of Honor dead. I would actually giggle a little bit if it is in fact Violet Translator and Reliquary. That's a nasty spot for Violet.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
AeroRaiser, which can also possibly be required at some point.
Yeah, if it is required, though, it's not going to be for Mining Plaza.
Yeah.
We saw already that that is an energy tank.
Aw, no, yeah.
And Chica is dead.
Aw. I'll at least have a couple more ones before, so I guess I could take a back seat for a bit.
Say again, you're a little bit on the quieter side.
Since we had acquired Chicas before, so I guess Chica could be backseated a little bit.
I guess that's fair enough. I mean, after the blockbuster we had at the end of round 3, I think everybody's would be happy for the bosses to take a bit of a back seat.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's going to be Dark Visor restored for AeroRaiser, and yep, he's going to go straight to Hall of Honor dead. This accidental or intentional, regardless of how Arrow routed this is actually going to work out in his favor for him being able to route this Hall of Honor dead check-in. And he should be able to get out regardless of whether or not this is Secret Missiles due to with Screw attacking into the tunnel. Or a Slope Jump instant morph. Space Jump, Slope Jump, take your pick. Alright, that's going to be Boost Ball for Xeno. And yeah, this is definitely not a bad idea to route this in now before heading back to Aegon, because there's pretty much nothing else you can do in the area. You can't really do Torvis. The only thing you can do... You can't even get to Torvis right now. We need either Dark Beam or Super Missiles. Dark/Annihilator or Super Missiles.
Yeah.
That is another red key. And we can't tell who it belongs to. We haven't gotten any of the red key hints yet.
Yeah.
So that being said, what gets put into play now that we've got bombs and boosts? Sand processing, bioenergy production, Spider's treasure. Spider's treasure's all in play now. Yeah, I don't know why the game is showering us with Torvis keys for a dead Chica. So with no Super Missiles or Secret Missiles, AeroRaiser is going to bust out of here via the landing site entryway from this entrance into Hall of Honor Dead. Now, we did see earlier that the Defiled Shrine item is a key of some kind, which we're hoping it's Sky, because that would be a great key 9.
Vanilla key, let's go.
But yeah, Vent Area A Spider's Treasure seems like a great idea, just because that's 4 items total right now. And it looks like XenoWars is going to be actually beating AeroRaiser to that direction, just on the notion of not doing Hall of Honor dead. But is also going to make a pit stop to the Aegon Energy Controller to pick up the item and read the hint. So yeah, this will route very cleanly for Xeno and Aero when he does get back in that direction. Alright, what has only just recently been put into logic via bombs here? Just another missile. Well, now we know where the last irrelevant Torvis key is.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we've gotten all the Torvis information, but nothing else important. And we would like to welcome the folks that are joining us from SpeedGaming 2. Welcome to another match in the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer 2022 tournament. You join us in round 4 of the Rounds of Swiss. Today we have AeroRaiser versus XenoWars in what has been a really kind of slow start, to be honest. We're 40 minutes in and we've only just semi-recently got bombs. Xeno is electing to pick up another bomb off of the pill bugs here. Unfortunately, in this room, you must kill 2 enemies to trigger a drop. Alright, AeroRaiser electing to take the Dark Aegon play first. The only 2 items in play from this right now are Jump Guardian and, actually 3. Jump Guardian, Junction Site, and Trial Tunnel.
Has Transport Center been checked?
Has what now?
They've not up before.
Has what now been checked?
Transport Center.
Yes, XenoWars peaked it earlier and it was a missile.
Okay.
We can also peek the item in Crossroads, but we can't logically get it without Dark Beam or Annihilator Beam. We could get it with some fancy BSJ space jumping. We're getting a check here of the item in Hive Dino, and it is Morph Ball related. Unfortunately, that can't be anything important anymore.
Yeah.
That's either Cannonball or a cheeseburger. Xeno. It looks like Xeno just wanted to check the item here before punching out.
Looked like an SNK at Crossroads.
No, actually, I think it was an energy tank.
Oh. I had a glow, so I wasn't sure.
Say that again?
I had a glow to it, so I wasn't quite sure what it was, but okay. If it was an tank, that makes sense.
I've admittedly, I've mistaken movement systems for energy tanks a few times because they have the same sort of white...
The glow.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna see AeroRaiser cheese Jump Guardian now. Interestingly, doing this before dipping Trial Tunnel. Personally, I recommend doing the Trial Tunnel first so that you don't have to climb back up after the Jump Guardian fight. Alternatively, since AeroRaiser is going to be at the lower level already, he will be able to go ahead and just do Junction Site right out of the fight. That is another red key, which we know is not Torvis this time.
Yeah. Aegon. Okay.
Yeah, thankfully this dark suit that they've literally had as their first progression item in the Aegon elevator has been actually getting its mileage worth.
Jump Guardian had an Aegon too.
That's actually a little bit concerning. If Hazing Cliff is an Aegon key, then Amorbus is in play. With Light
Yeah.
Beam, thankfully, but even still.
Let me troll Orb at Dark.
Alright, the Broom Closet has for us the third Aegon key.
Oh, that's vanilla, too.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, that's Worm in play.
Yeah,
Sarah
XenoWars
gets-
is gonna fall into that in a little bit. Picks up a Sky Temple key in Hazing Cliff too. Oh dear.
Yeah, we could have a possible Dark Beam on Morbus.
Dark Beam, Super Missiles.
Oh, where does it lead? That's gonna be helpful.
Yeah, energy tanks definitely. Still, first couple of energy tanks with Dark Suit is still recommended because even though the Dark World, you'll have plenty of time in the Dark World, you still don't have any special resistance against enemy attacks.
Yeah. Sadly, this is a turn 1 where we get the damage reduction.
But yeah, Amorbus. Actually, there's not a whole lot left to check besides Amorbus. There's sand processing, bioenergy production, and that's it. Now, I would wager that XenoWars, upon picking up the 2 keys, is probably just going to fight Amorbus right out of the gate, because there's really no better time to do so. But it looks like they're electing rather instead to go do sand processing first. Alternatively, there's also upper GFMC ship, as Gala points out as well. So
yeah,
3 checks that could possibly save us from a very much bottleneck Amorbus. Alright, AeroRaiser is heading back out towards Mining
there's
Plaza.
a Dark Beam.
Dark Beam and Sand Processing, saved by the bombs. That does open up a significant number of additional checks. That opens up Storage B, that opens up Battleground, that opens up Doomed Entry. So yeah, that gives us Torvus access. Upper Torvus access at the very least. So, okay, that's a pretty welcome find for Xeno, no doubt.
Yeah.
There's a lot we can do in Sanctuary now, too, courtesy of that Dark Beam. We can now get past Dynamo Works. Therefore, we can access Vault Side. Personally, I still think with the life support system and HUD system knowledge that we do know that it's probably better to stay in Aegon just for the moment. At least finish up your labs dip. Nope, Xeno got grabbed. Gets a power bomb drop, though, for their trouble. Interesting. The Dark Beam aura didn't ricochet to the second pirate. Our runners, it is possible with this equipment to go check STK hints. I would say AeroRaiser's in the best position to do so with that second energy tank, because you can either BSJ or Screw Attack Bonk in order to get out of bounds and abandon base. With Dark Suit, it's absolutely free. or Dark Suit, the damage is absolutely damage boosting is absolutely free because you can tank the Ink Claws.
Yeah.
The trick itself is pretty tough. I would classify Out of Bounds in general as pretty tough. All right, AeroRaiser is going to go and get the last, get those 2 keys out of Spider's treasure, while XenoWars goes to Doomed Entry. We're finally going to have a look at this neighborhood. Several items in play here.
Ooh, there's our grab boost.
Ooh, now Torvis is sounding like a really good idea if we can find super missiles especially.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like Xeno is going to skip past in cache 1 for the moment. Ooh, Xeno electing to bust out of Dark Visor here. Generally, it's better to get a lava fully charged Dark Shot while still in Dark Visor, and then pull out of Dark Visor right as the shot is about to connect. That is not a suit. It's double energy tanks in Battleground. I am legitimately surprised. I thought for sure that given the Dark Visor location, that this would be a bit more important.
I mean, it's not going to say no to double E-Tech, so...
Indeed. Ooh, checking Sky Temple key hits is also a bit of a pain in the backside right now because of landing site warp to start, because we don't have super missiles to get in through the tunnel, and we don't have secret missiles to get to Hall of Honor dead from landing site.
Yeah.
So trying to check hints from a warp to start would be pretty difficult, or very out of the way. Alright, in cache 1 coming up here, and this is another cheeseburger. Oop, AeroRaiser accidentally takes a bit of a fall there, but luckily that, interestingly, unloads Cliff from the area. Now, we know a life support upgrade is in Dark Oasis as well, but it's highly unlikely that that's relevant. It can't be relevant. It's either a locking itself light suit, which would be hilarious, because since when does light suit actually lock itself in these tournament scenes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and because of the current difficulty where light suit is always required for final bosses as well.
Yeah.
I always keep forgetting about that, to be honest. So yeah, Dark Oasis is dead. Cursed Lake is also dead, so right now, the ink cache is not showing their value today. Alright, Arrow's backing up out of Spider's treasure here, and is heading in the direction of Labs, and we do know that this is the correct play.
Yeah.
That being said, Amorbus is not completely counted out yet. Could still have a Sky Temple key, or a Translator, or an Annihilator Beam, or Super Missiles. There's plenty for Amorbus to still have. Or suit.
Great. We're gonna have a possible somewhat vanilla suit.
XenoWars was thinking about it. They are thinking about it. Okay, they're instead going to go check Mine Shaft. We may see Secretless Mining Station B if they're so inclined. We'll see. Nice time for Screw Attack to not work correctly.
Yeah.
Because then you get pelted by Shriek Bats. But yeah, Mine Shaft is another check. With their equipment, they could do, if they do Secretless Mining Station B, they will get both items and a hint in there. But it looks like Xeno's not interested, so they will elect to pass that up for now. Alright. It looks like Xeno is very strongly thinking about a Morbus right now, because I can't see any other reason why you would be heading in this direction. Actually, Xeno doesn't even know that there's 2 Aegon keys here yet, so yeah, in their mind, this is a very dense play, but they're going to stumble into those last 2 Aegon keys, and I would wager that with this equipment, Xeno will be okay fighting a Morbus. Dark Suit and Light Beam especially should render the fight virtually free. With Boost Ball, Worm Skip is also much less of a pain in the backside. Yeah, we just now finally got the seed exploded open at about the 50-minute mark, so yeah, I would definitely classify this as a slower than typical Echoes rando seed. Alright, AeroRaiser's going to detour into Doomed Entry and reveal the plethora of energy tanks that are located in Battleground and pick up Gravity. Interesting that interesting that Xeno spent a little bit of time farming stuff up in Crossroads. But is going to make a detour to Incash 4. We have not seen this due to the late Dark Beam.
Yeah. More cheeseburgers.
Another cheeseburger. So yeah, I guess we're almost done here, unless you want to fight a Morbus. I don't know, given where those keys are placed way too conveniently.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we've seen convenient placement of Aegon keys before and it being complete bait. So
Yeah.
with a Morbus, it really is just a complete toss-up. I think for me, it depends on how comfortable you are fighting him, because a Morbus is not too bad with this equipment. It's just slow. Just the fight itself is slow regardless.
Yeah.
Looks like AeroRaiser is interested in the energy tanks located here.
Yeah.
Alright, so Xeno's gonna see this key and be a little bit on the annoyed side. Yep. They wanted to double check and see if it was an Inghive key, which is fair enough. Because picking that item up does force reload Dark Aegon Temple, just in case... that's vanilla behavior too, just in case the key you get in Trial Tunnel ends up being your last Aegon key. It can reset the layering, so that way you can go fight the boss right away. Xeno is electing to use Charged Light Beam against Jump Guardian. I do believe Uncharged Light does do more DPS.
Yeah.
And is a bit better with beam ammo conservation, but to each their own. Oh, Charged Light straight up doesn't do extra damage. Interestingly, though, XenoWars did have Sunburst. Sunburst was on Umos 1. Alright, so now XenoWars is thinking a minute. And judging by that light ammo recharge, that is signaling to me intent to fight a Morbus. Because, yeah, under ideal circumstances, you would like at least 60 light ammo for a Morbus, 10 for Phase 1, and 50, rather, for a Morbus, 10 for Phase 1, and 20 each for the other two phases. But looks like XenoWars is going to bust out of here. Oh, nope, was just interested in grabbing extra light ammo. And he's now going to, they're now going to take a safety save here before the boss fight, just in case this is junk. Alright, AeroRaiser is now heading back to... I believe this is back to the portal. We'll see if this is also an Amorbus play. Looks like it is a crossroads check at the very least. We'll see if AeroRaiser chooses to route this into... Oh no, fell off the ramp. But we'll see if AeroRaiser chooses to route this into a Morbus as well. Alright, XenoWars going for the worm skip, and it looks to have been deployed successfully. Well done. Alright, so far, Xeno having a pretty flawless Amorbus fight at the moment. Alright, was it worth it? Answer, yes. Yes, it was very much worth it. That's a Violet translator.
That is spicy.
That is incredibly spicy. That opens up a couple of things. That opens up Transport B access in Great Temple. That's actually the only item I think it opens up. But it also opens up all 5 temple ground, 4 out of 5 temple grounds hints. One of them we can't get because we do not have Emerald Translator.
Yeah.
I foresee a trip back to Temple Grounds in our future here, actually, or a Great Temple in our future, actually, because that would give XenoWars a good excuse to check the item and the hint there.
Oh, that'd be funny. Having the Morbus hit the pilot locked. Great.
Could you imagine? I mean, it's actually probably not that far-fetched given Randomizer.
Yeah. It does do that a lot to us.
Yeah, mostly I see Cobalt hints locking itself.
Yeah.
Alright, AeroRaiser trying to be a bit more conservative with his light beam ammo here. Does have 20, which is just enough to finish up here, pretty much. Or at the very least, enough to deploy the worm skip. Something I noticed that Aero didn't do is you can deploy the bomb before entering a Morbus's mouth, and in most cases, bombs will home in. Bombs on a Morbus is weird. All right, we get a hint here that reads, "A Morbus is guarding the Violent Translator." Great hint, game. Great hint.
Oh, that's great.
Alright, AeroRaiser's about to wrap up a Morbus, so yeah, this will end up working in their favor, both runners' favor. Now, because if Transport B access is required, then yeah, a Morbus is required as well. So if this is like literally anything like a Sky Temple key, then yeah, hard required a Morbus, no way around it. Even better, it's super missiles.
Oh my god.
A Morbus is guarding the super missiles.
Well, that's Torvus full of logic.
Yeah, that Torvus sounds like a great place to be right now. Absolutely incredible. Alright, Xeno is going to go ahead and read the hint in main energy controller. Now, as far as the remaining always hints we have left, we haven't seen the Hive or Aegon red key hints, or the Tumos quad hints. So there's 4 always hints still in the pool. Interesting. Echo has found 1 room from Hive key 3.
That means our HUD system reliquary is not Echo. That means it's a translator.
Indeed. And it also means that it is that the key in, or at least that the key in Defiled Shrine is not Hive key 3.
Yeah.
Alright, so I made a note of that. Echo, 1 room from Hive key 3. And given how how tightly packed items tend to be in Torvus, I would say that's probably pointing to someplace like Great Bridge or Path of Roots.
That's possible, yeah.
Because, yeah, almost every room in Upper Torvis between Path of Roots and Forgotten Bridge contains an item. And including all the way up to Torvis Temple. Could be. That Violet Hint reads that a movement system that we've already had is in Doomed Entry. Thanks, game. In case at some point you hadn't already gotten Gravity Boost in your first pass through Aegon.
Yeah. You see him, Smith? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Both runners venting frustration at that. Xeno, realizing that Amorbus has already been cleared, that red keys are no longer relevant, and passes up the Torvis key and Hall of Honor dead. Because, yeah, even if we didn't have Annihilator Beam to get to Quad, you can BSJ Screw Attack over the Hive Gyro Chamber Gate and just get through Quad that way.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to see if XenoWars elects to make a quick detour to go check Sky Temple key hints via some Seekerless shenanigans. But AeroRaiser is going to use that Dark Beam to make a quick detour to Doomed Entry to receive an energy tank. Wait, why isn't that Light Suit? I guess it's because it's not a Cestrion race.
Yeah.
I know that's always been Cestrion's pet peeve with Rando lately, is that it always puts a suit in Plane of Dark Worship this tournament. Alright, we're going to check what the item in War Ritual Grounds is. And it appears to be a beam ammo tank. Ugh, that one Aegon key in Spider's Treasure is the only really inconvenient key keeping us away from Amorbus.
Yeah.
Alright, Xeno's looking very good on health here. Let's see if they elect to check Seekerless Sky Temple key hints. For that matter, we will see if this is a Sky Temple key, which it probably is.
It is, in fact, a fail.
Definitely not going to say no to that. I would assume that means Xeno is going to try and keep that key and keep the key hints getting out. That is another cheeseburger on the ship. And it looks like Xeno is not interested in doing Seekerless Sky Temple key hints. So just wanted to pick up the key and then bust out. I don't agree with that, personally, given that it could either have only been an irrelevant red key or a Sky Temple key. That key could have been put off until endgame or checking hints itself.
Yeah.
And it looks like Xeno is going to take the slightly faster route here and just bust out via Abandoned Base. There's tons of different ways, as I've discovered, to slope jump this portal. AeroRaiser is making a quick detour to Phazon Grounds here. I have no idea what that is. Beam tank. Alright, and we've already seen Wind Chamber Gate, so no need to really do much more than open the door so that it's an easy trip back. AeroRaiser definitely playing defensively here, going to check Phazon Grounds, because that is a tough one-way check to route in, given that it's pretty isolated. Did you know that Space Pirates strangely dislike theft?
No, I didn't.
Quite strange. That being said, XenoWars is going to be our first runner into Torvis at the 113 mark. And this has been in play for a while, just because of where Dark Beam was, but Super Missiles being behind Violet Translator on a Morbus is still pretty ugly.
Oh.
Alright, now AeroRaiser is going to go ahead and grab these Super Missiles. And that would be AeroRaiser in Torvis Lagoon. Alright, so that means it is a translator in Reliquary. We are currently missing Secret Missiles and Light Suit to be able to check that. Which means that the item behind us is Inghive Key 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, just as I predicted, because of how dense Upper Torvis was, that was likely where AeroRaiser was going to point to. Unfortunately, with no sign of Emerald Translator, we might be quite a ways away from getting any hints. Alright, pretty reasonable easy Sky Temple key there. And what have we got in... Okay, that's probably the last Torvis key. But yeah, Xeno's not going to bother. They know Chick is dead already. So yeah, that's 3 Sky Temple keys. We're still looking for Seeker Missiles, because it looks like Xeno can't do Seekerless Sky Temple Gate, so... Gonna have to go looking for Seekers at this point. Alright, AeroRaiser is heading in the direction of Defiled Shrine. We'll see if he ends up taking the same route as Xeno. And with Super Missiles in tow, we can check the Torvis Energy Controller for any extra goodies. Hopefully we just have a vanilla Emerald Translator and we can get some stuff done. Check a few more hints. Because, especially the Emerald hints tend to be the really powerful ones in the endgame.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Shoot a Super Missile into the floor.
Floor had it covered.
Alright, Xeno is going to pick this item up anyway, because that does enable you eventually with Emerald to activate the elevator in the temple.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like AeroRaiser is also not interested in checking key hints Seekerless at the moment. So yeah, both runners kind of following the same route. Unfortunately, given how stupidly linear this seed has been, okay, that's another red key. So that, okay, so point being is that red keys no longer matter anyway, but interesting that they're all showing up in Torvis now. All right, so Xeno is going to attempt Forgotten Bridge gate skip here. Yeah, I definitely I like this play if you don't have Emerald Translator, but you want to get Torvis cleared in one fell swoop. And especially if Emerald Translator is Light Suit locked, that could throw a really big wrench into the works.
Yeah.
Should also be noted that it was revealed a missile-related upgrade is in Poison Bog. There's also a non-zero chance that could be Seeker missiles. Alright, so AeroRaiser's picked up his Echo. Oh, Inghive Key 3 is in Portal Chamber. Okay. I forgot Portal Chamber's one room away, too.
Yeah.
But Xeno gets the skip. So that's going to let them go ahead and check the two items here in Plaza, Torvis Grove, Meditation Vista, and Underground Tunnel. On top of that, this also opens up the path to Boost Guardian for the next trip through Dark Torvis, so that is going to route things even better for Xeno on the way out. Alright, AeroRaiser's going to pick up this Torvis key in the abandoned worksite. And that's Cobalt Translator. Oh, Emerald Translator is Light Suit locked, and Cobalt Translator is Emerald locked. Oh, this seed logically has the potential to be really bad.
Yeah.
That being said, XenoWars definitely just got a big leg up here if that Cobalt Translator is required. Now, that being said, if Sank Map is a Sky Temple key, then this is a moot point, but...
Or Spider Guardian's got a key.
Yeah. Well, if Spider Guardian's got a key, then Xeno gets a huge advantage here, but if Sank Map is a key, we still need Light Suit anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
First of the Storm.
Feed me, Samus!
Where's that one? Okay.
So yeah, now we know for sure that it's Emerald Translator in Ing Reliquary, and Emerald Translator locks Cobalt Translator, so... Yeah, folks, when we check Sky Temple keys, we are going to be looking at that with great interest. Because yeah, if Cobalt Translator is required, Xeno has a big lead. If Emerald Translate, or if Light Suit is still required anyway, then unfortunately Xeno doesn't get that much of an advantage. Well, it will cut down on some of the backtracking. Unfortunately, Xeno's having a little bit of trouble getting the boost off of this spider track. And yeah, Xeno doing what I like to do and boosting off of the leftmost point.
All out for him.
Alright. AeroRaiser's next stop is going to be towards Forgotten Bridge. Xeno is going to go ahead and grab Grove and Underground Tunnel and Meditation Vista. Not necessarily in that order. Looks like they're interested in checking the fight first, getting that out of the way, routing in Grove. Ooh, looks like the pirates were a little dodgy there. And that's a Sky Temple key. Logically, Light Suit is required. I mean, it's logically needed for final bosses anyway, but that's potentially really good news for Xeno here. Oh, but AeroRaiser's just found Annihilator Beam in Putrid Alcove.
Okay.
Actually, with that said, we now only have 2 unknowns, and those are Secret Missiles and Light Suit. And we're trying to see AeroRaiser do cache a Seekerless. And what's down here? That looks like a beam tank? Yeah, beam tank. And that is where our underground, or where our back Torvis dive ends for now. So let's see how Xeno responds to this. Will they go to fight Boost Guardian? Or will they head to Lower Torvis? And it looks like the answer is go to Boost Guardian. AeroRaiser is getting this key here, or it looks to be doing Portal Chamber, except this is an Inghive key.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in why AeroRaiser is getting this key, because I know we can get to Quad via the ATS side. And we know Chica, I'm pretty sure AeroRaiser knows Chica's dead. I believe that was the Mining Plaza hint. We're going to see a safety save from XenoWars.
Always good.
Very wise before Boost Guardian. Definitely don't want to get caught without a power bomb or with a missed power bomb. Alright, Venomous Pond is Sonic Boom.
Oh.
You know, the game just seems to like placing the super combos right next to their respective major beam. Sunburst was in Umos 1 with Light Beam and Temple Assembly Site, and now we've got Sonic Boom and Venomous Pond with Annihilator and Putrid Alcove. Xeno with a pretty flawless Boost Guardian. Alright, AeroRaiser wisely avoiding the Chica trigger for now. Oh, in general, just because we know Chica's dead.
Yeah.
But so far, AeroRaiser coming out with that Annihilator Beam does open up an additional check in Transit Tunnel South. So yeah, Lower Torvis seems like another good stop here. And again, we're still looking for Seeker Missiles. And I don't think AeroRaiser was able to do cache Seekerless here.
No. Took a few attempts and didn't. Sorry.
Good. Good grief. But yeah, with Xeno being able to clear anything, now the other place that can really kill our runners here right now is Sank Entrance, because that absolutely requires Emerald Translator.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think... Yeah, unfortunately, our runners, yeah, with them looking for secret missiles at this point, lower Torvis does seem like the next best place to be, because with gravity, there shouldn't be anything Seekers locked down there. In fact, lower Torvis is now full clearable with this equipment, once Xeno happens upon that Annihilator beam.
Yeah.
Another thing that Xeno could do is immediately after going into Lower Torvis, go around like via Gathering Hall or Transit Tunnel East. Could just make a beeline straight for, as Gala points out as well, make a beeline for the Sanctuary to pick up the Cobalt hints. And it looks like AeroRaiser is actually going to beat Xeno into Lower Torvis here. Is electing to not make the diversion to Boost Guardian. Although AeroRaiser also didn't do Forgotten Bridge Gate Skip.
Yeah.
So that does result in AeroRaiser getting down here first. Now this could end up working out if Cobalt Translator ends up not doing us any favors. But thanks to the ammo fish here, AeroRaiser is going to get a pretty full beam refill. And a pretty full everything else refill. Alright, we've got to check here on Alpha Blog. And it is an energy tank. No need to stop for that. Alright, Xeno now following AeroRaiser into Lower Torvis, and AeroRaiser is going to check Under Temple. We're probably going to see a Powerbomb Guardian fight. It's not too hard with this equipment.
Yeah.
Alright, AeroRaiser is trying to climb back up the screw attack wall. I thought what I saw was a missile tank up here.
Yeah, that's what I thought so too. Yeah, missile. Yeah.
And indeed, we are going to see Powerbomb Guardian. So yeah, let's see how Xeno chooses to handle this. They will check the hint here in Dungeon, which reads that it is a key. There's 4 red keys unaccounted for right now.
Well, technically 3.
Oh, right. No, there's only 2, because AeroRaiser has all 3 Torvis keys.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 red keys unaccounted for. There's a good chance that's Sky.
Yeah.
Especially since there's another red key there in Transit Tunnel East.
Increases the chance of touching me in SDK.
So we may end up needing Light Suit anyway.
Yeah.
Finally gives that early Dark Visor some use.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one in Total Chamber. So that's still one main type key unaccounted for, but
Yeah, the AeroRaiser has the portal chambering hive key. So yeah, there is one more red key. Yeah, there's a good chance that's... Oh, geez. Come on, Powerbomb Guardian.
Oh, let's go to that last bomb level with life.
Alright, what is Powerbomb Guardian guarding this time around? An energy tank. Well, at least energy tanks haven't been in short supply this seed.
Yeah.
Contrary to most other typical 2022 tournament seeds.
Yeah.
Alright, missile expansion in Under Temple access, so that's going to end AeroRaiser's Dark Lower Torvus dive, at least for now. And I couldn't see what that was in Transit Tunnel South. I don't think Xeno saw it either. It is dark ammo.
Yeah.
So yeah, AeroRaiser's thinking for a minute about how to process this. Thinking about how to route Dark Lower Torvus, perhaps. Personally, if you are doing a Lower Torvus clear and you don't have Seeker Missiles yet, I recommend starting from... unless you plan on going to Dark Torvus out of Gathering Hall. I recommend starting from Gathering Hall and making your way counterclockwise, starting with Transit Tunnel South. That way you can, like, check the hint for dungeon, at least on your pass through there, then get the items in Transit Tunnel East and... training chamber.
Ooh.
And then end in training chamber. Alright, well we do need that.
Yeah.
XenoWars might be deciding to try and make their way up to Grapple Guardian a little on the early side here. Ah, I see what they're going to do here. They're going to try and use the open door to keep the camera far enough back to get a BSJ off of the door, essentially, and jump their way into the Grapple Guardian arena. Now, they're still going to have to go out the front door and then back in to trigger the Grapple Guardian fight properly. Because Grapple Guardian is still, you know, waltzing about this room.
Yeah.
But the fight itself isn't actually enabled. I think there's a screw attack bonk you can do as well.
Yeah, you can just do an almost screw attack block and get up there. Go, like, above, like, side of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, XenoWars Instant Unmorph is triggering too late. Because you only have a 2/5 second window. After leaving the ground, or a 23 frame.
Oh, there's our last key. TTE. That means dungeon is definitely an SDK.
Well, no, we saw that one already from Xeno.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we're still missing one Inghive key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Xeno's having some real trouble with that BSJ, so is electing to punch out, probably go around the long way. Admittedly, I need to get the do the bonk method for that Grapple Guardian fight skip too. That's on my to-do list of tricks I need to learn before Saturday. And it looks like AeroRaiser is at least opening the door to Sanctuary. That way, just in case Power Bomb management becomes a pain in the backside later, at the very least, we don't have to go hunting. Because, yeah, the next nearest spot to get a Power Bomb outside of Training Chamber, if there's nothing there, is... not Dungeon, Catacombs. Ooh, Xeno dropped the screw.
Stop it. Attack.
Oh, Xeno's got to be very careful.
Not being good.
Yeah, luckily did get a gold energy drop, so they're okay for now. Unfortunately, with Sank being as open as it is too, Seeker missiles have a good chance of being in a lot of trash places in Sank. Where can't they be in Sanctuary right now? I'm just trying to think. They can't logically be in Sank Temple access.
No.
Does Reliquary need Seekers? To answer question chat, yes, Reliquary needs Seekers.
And we know that Reliquary has a HUD system in his arm, so...
And at this point, we know for sure that it is needed for... we know that Reliquary is needed for Emerald... Reliquary has Emerald Translator, rather. Sank map we can do without Seeker missiles. Oh, that's actually, Gall brings up a great point. Because Emerald is locked by Light Suit and it's behind a Seeker's door.
Oh, yeah.
So anything Emerald or Cobalt locked cannot be Seeker missiles. So Seeker missiles can't be behind Light Suit, which is actually kind of a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Little fun fact, while Grapple Guardian is charging up for Phase 2 here, he's actually vulnerable to Sonic Boom. Unfortunately, Xeno is one light ammo short of getting a shot off to speed that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And Grapple Guardian contains a light ammo tank. So thankfully, with a way out, Xeno will be able to... Oh, never mind. Elects to pick up the light ammo tank anyway. Wants to go out from the front. In a scenario like this, I would avoid actually picking up the item because it does trigger additional Dark Pirate Commandos to show up in Torvis. But let's see where Xeno decides to go after this. AeroRaiser's fighting Grapple Guardian too. They're both actually kind of wrapping up their lower Torvis checks. And not really finding a whole lot of anything. Xeno is going to make the dive to Power Bomb Guardian. And yeah, as Gala points out, Torvis is basically full cleared now. There's nothing else left besides Cache. Alright, AeroRaiser takes full advantage of that sunburst. Ooh, AeroRaiser not just AeroRaiser trying to go for the back of Grapple Guardian instead of the front. Phase 2, you just need to hit him in the face. AeroRaiser also immediately grabs the light ammo tank, too. Guess both runners wanted to exit via... Nope. AeroRaiser choosing to make a quick turn and exit via the crypt portal. Because, yeah, that's it for Torvis. Now it's time to go full clear Sank looking for secret missiles.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually a little bit concerned about the remaining Sky Temple keys now because of the whole secret missiles locking light suit kerfuffle or light suit locking Emerald Translator and secret missile kerfuffle because the game places Randovania places the Sky Temple keys after placing access to Sky Temple Gateway, which means after secret missiles. So there's a fairly good chance that light suit, that the game may have placed one of the Sky Temple keys behind a light suit check.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. That would be the most likely if secret missiles were behind light suit. Let's say, feeding pit, because Fortress Transport Access needs emeralds, so it couldn't be Fortress Transport Access. So yeah, like we could, for example, have secret missiles in feeding pit locked by light suit, in which case, yeah, there's a very good chance we need light suit then.
Yeah.
Since the game placed light suit before the Sky Temple keys, if that's the case. And Golub brings up a great point that with Emerald's Translator already locking a Sky Temple key, it does seem like that might have been the case. Light Suit's probably late in this chain. And with Echo Visor and Annihilator Beam, we can actually do just about everything in Sanctuary.
Yeah. So the main gyro and Sentinel's path are also... No.
I mean, Quad's in play. Quad could absolutely have secret missiles.
That'd be dumb, but that'd be funny. I would definitely love to see that, though.
Yeah, that would be that would definitely be a first for me. I've never seen Quad guard secret missiles in a landing site-esque start, in a vanilla elevator's standard start. But AeroRaiser is going to be our first into Sanctuary via Vault Site, and immediately finds light suit. So that light suit was literally open as early as Dark Beam.
Yeah.
Well, have fun full clearing the game looking for secret missiles. Interestingly, AeroRaiser not going to grab Light Suit right away. But is electing to open up the path to to staging area first.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's going for it. Unfortunately, Xeno's emulator does not like the map. Yeah, I don't know if Xeno plays on Dolphin, but I know for a fact that on Dolphin the map can lag on especially. Wow, so yeah, that light suit spot, that's not the worst for light suit, considering that it was, again, available as early as Dark Beam. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, because of where it is, you would either have had to get super missiles off of Violet Translator on a Morbus, or go all the way around from Spider Side to Vault Side, and then come back down through Cat West.
Yeah.
All right, the first hint in Cobalt reads, a progressive suit can be found in Sanctuary Fortress. Main research. What a wonderful hint.
Thanks, game.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's great.
Unfortunately, XenoWars is getting quite pestered by these
Oh, yeah.
these quads. All right, Reactor Core has a missile tank.
Oh, screw attack, hello.
In a scenario like that, Chat, I think I like Chat's idea. Just have the hint read, look around.
This progressive series is, look around.
Or just pull a link to the past. It's right in here, dingus.
Yeah.
Whoa. Nice high screw into the portal, AeroRaiser. Now, if only there was an Emerald-locked Reliquary hint.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't put it past the game. How many
Yeah.
always hints? We still have some always hints. We still have a few hints that could be on the table here. There's still a few Cobalts and all 6 Emeralds. And there's, what, 1 joke hint and 4 always hints left?
Yeah.
And AeroRaiser taking that light suit and going directly for Hive entrance.
Ooh. Play?
Yeah, I like checking this now because you're really not coming back to this neighborhood ever again. Unless Sank Map is a Sky Temple key, which, given the circumstances, I wouldn't put it past the game. And Sank Map is ammo. Alright, well, so far, that early Cobalt Translator not paying out for XenoWars.
Dark first.
Oops, all beam combos.
Yeah.
Xeno electing to not fight Quentin here and just move on along. Makes sense. After pulling out Sank Map, you're not coming back to this, back down there again. Unless you happen to have to do Sank Entrance. Sank Entrance right now is the one thing that's going to kill our runners here. Now, that being said, Xeno can now go get Emerald... both runners can now go get Emerald Translator.
Yeah.
But that is going to be a pretty big slap in the face, because at that point, you will have to go all the way back to Reliquary to get Emerald Translator, and then all the way back to Sank Entrance. Although Sank Entrance from Reliquary isn't too bad.
Yeah.
That is assuming we find Secret Missiles first. By this point in your run, you should have consumed 200 milliliters of water to maintain optimum hydration. Stay hydrated, chat. Alright, we already know the Dynamo Works tunnel is dead. In fact, Xeno's already been here on their first pass through Spider's Treasure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Xeno opened up the door to staging area, but did not, or was it Arrow that opened up the door to staging area? Yeah, Arrow opened up the door to staging area, but didn't end up going that way. We're going to see Hive Gyro Chamber here. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit bullied by the Warrioring. It's actually better to just use Light Beam, because that will pierce. I'm also told that Sonic Booming the floor might actually allow you to hit all 4 of those Sonic switches at once. But I need to experiment with that a little bit.
I believe that's how you get... Okay, hello SDK.
Oh, we do need that.
Yeah.
So that's 6 Sky Temple keys known to us.
Yeah.
And is this a gamble quad play?
If you're thinking about it. I think he's doing it.
Yeah, so what you're going to see AeroRaiser do here is get a BSJ off of this corridor. And with the extra height provided by said BSJ, try to jump over this gate.
Yeah, this is actually just a single BSJ here.
You actually don't want a BSJ from the center of this floor panel. You want to actually try and get the BSJ from up in front of it a little more. So, like, kind of where the red terrain goes black. You see the red line stripes on the floor?
Yeah.
Where the red stripes go black is where you basically want a BSJ off of. You also don't need a multi-BSJ. You can do this with a 1 BSJ.
Yeah.
But it looks like AeroRaiser is choosing to improvise here with a multi-BSJ off of the door itself. Which it doesn't look like the camera's cooperating right now. Xeno, in the meantime, is going to get an energy tank out of Watch Station access, and is electing to not go and read the hint in Watch Station. Oh, he's making a quick detour to reload the room, check the hint here, and pick up... The boost ball can be found in Temple Grounds.
Thanks, Kim.
Ooh, Arrow did get the right BSJ, but was not facing the correct spot. Alright, this is an energy transfer module.
Hey, he is now valid. The run is now validated.
Alright, so now let's see where Xeno goes. It's going to be to O'Lear. Yeah, Arrow's still bonking on the ceiling here. Again, it's still BSJing from too far behind.
Yeah.
What is that down there? That is a Borger?
Yeah, it's a burger.
Alright, AeroRaiser is over the platform, or over the door, and is now fighting on the way to fight Quad right after this break.
That's a good point.
Could you imagine if Ares required right now?
Yeah.
Like, Ares secret missiles would be insane. We actually have not seen Aerie the entire tournament. It's been very conspicuously absent.
Oh, they're having a key? Alright, that's 7. for 6. Yeah,
Umos' reward for returning the Sank energy is a missile tank.
cool.
And to clarify with chat, AeroRaiser will be back in about 20 seconds. His stream's just having mid-roll ads, which unfortunately messes with the restream here. It will sort itself out very shortly, at which point you will see AeroRaiser on quad. And it looks like he's moving along here. He's already about to get quad down to phase 2. Ow. Takes a hit there, but that is Cannonball in Sentinel's path.
Only run out of attacks at where freaking Seekers is.
Cannonball will do us a couple of favors, especially in final bosses.
Yeah.
Alright, Xeno's gonna just quickly get this res bit out of the way first. Arrow is now on phase 2 of quad, and this Cobalt hint reads... A major upgrade can be found in Great Temple Sanctuary.
See, I wonder what that was.
That would be referring to Dark Visor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Quad having Seeker missiles doesn't actually feel too far-fetched at this point.
Yeah.
Alright, Watch Station itself is guarding another missile expansion.
Old Countless.
Alright, we're getting an ATS check here. This has a good chance of dropping progression too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, AeroRaiser's a little low on light beam ammo, is electing to not use super missiles here. Oh, there we go. No idea what that is over there. But up top, we have light ammo. Which the wall just immediately rejected. What is that? That is a missile tank.
Seekers on quads, it's more likely now, too.
Yeah, we're really running out of spots where they could... You know where Seeker missiles could be and it would stink? Storage C.
Oh, yeah.
In my experience, it is very common with mid to late... Oh, depth perception screwed with arrow. Yep, happens to me all the time. It could also be Poison Bog. That was hinted a missile upgrade.
Yeah.
There's the last Ing Hive key.
Oh, Vault. Ha! Okay. Yeah, that confirms dungeon required.
Okay, so yeah, Dungeon's a Sky Temple key, so yeah, we need a light suit whether you like it or not, and by the looks of things, we probably don't need that Cobalt translator either, so unfortunately, Xeno's Forgotten Bridge skip ultimately not working out in their favor here.
Yeah.
But AeroRaiser about to win out over quad here. Is this progression? Is this Seeker missiles?
Now, the tank.
Aww. Have we seen the third Ing Hive key? Yeah, we just saw it there in Vaults. The other one is in Transit Tunnel East. And with that said, Xeno is doubling back to Torvis. And AeroRaiser is going to take the Sanctuary energy, not knowing that Umos 2 is dead, since he has not yet been to O'Lear to read the hint. But yeah, Xeno is going to verify here that there was, in fact, a missile-related upgrade in Poison Bog. And actually, I wouldn't put it past the game to put Seeker missiles there now. Airy is still open as well, but for Xeno to check that now, they would have to sack Cannonball. Which they can very easily do just using the main gyro chamber cannon, but even still.
Yeah.
That's really not what you want when you want to save that for Emperor 2. Yeah, Poison Bog is, unfortunately, Poison Bog is just such a long walk from here.
Yeah.
Where is Xeno going? Xeno might not know that if Xeno is trying to avoid the Seeker's door, it's only Seekers on one side. Oh, Xeno's just gonna gamble that the key in dungeon. I see. Xeno's gonna gamble the key in dungeon is an STK, which we do know already. It's not even a gamble.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just gonna go ahead and grab this key now, and that would be key 7. Where's the key that Xeno... Where's the key that Arrow has that Xeno doesn't? Because I thought at one point Arrow had one more key over Xeno, besides the ones in Sank.
Vista?
No, Meditation Vista was a missile tank. Grove. Torvis Grove. Yeah, that's the key Xeno has over Arrow. That's right. Never mind. So yeah, there's still 2 unknown keys here. This seat is rough.
Yeah.
Like, Secret... It's very uncommon that we have late Seeker missiles. Usually the item that's late to the party is either Spider Ball, main power bombs, or a visor upgrade of some kind.
Yeah.
Or a beam, lately. But not, definitely not Seeker missiles. Alright, AeroRaiser's thinking about it. And yeah, is electing to go back up. This might be an airy play. Oh yeah, fun fact, Cannonball has weird properties against those poison needler creatures in there. They flinch, but they don't take damage if you have Cannonball. I wonder how both runners are feeling at this point, because they both fell into Violet Translator and Super Missiles at roughly the same time, AeroRaiser just being a tiny bit late. Ooh, careful, AeroRaiser, you don't want to be hugging the bomb slot. There we go.
Yeah.
And this, my friends, is why you don't pick up the Grapple Guardian item if you don't need it. Actually, why is... Oh, Xeno is probably going to get Emerald out of Reliquary. Because I was about to say, why isn't Xeno going straight for Poison Bog here? Except maybe the safety save. Because if this ends up being a missile tank, Xeno could just save reset out. Which would unfortunately sack their cannonball, but it would let them go back to Temple Grounds and start heading towards Reliquary. Secret Missiles could be in Profane Path. Actually, because, yeah, Xeno might be thinking... Oh, wait, no. Sank Entrance can't have Secret Missiles.
No.
Never mind. It can have a Sky Temple Key, but it can't have Secret Missiles. Is Feeding Pit? Yeah, Feeding Pit is in play. Secret Missiles could be in Feeding Pit.
Dark Oasis is also in play.
Dark Oasis was a life support system. Yeah. So that is not, that's not Secret Missiles. Fortress Transport Access is locked by Emerald Translator, so that can't be Secret Missiles. So yeah, the only light suit checks that Secret Missiles can actually be in right now is Feeding Pit.
Cast, yeah, that's possible too.
Could be in Cache 2. Yeah, that was put into play after Putrid Alcove Annihilator Beam, which is lousy.
Yeah.
Alright, are Secret Missiles in Poison Bog? Yep,
Yes,
here they are. That's GG. It doesn't matter where those last keys are, Xeno's gonna be able to get them all. So at this point, Xeno is probably going to take a save warp out of... Actually, what is Xeno going to do? Is Xeno just going to walk right out the front door? Probably just walk right out the front door. Now, folks, we're not done yet with any Echoes Randomizer shenanigans today. We have another match coming up in just 90 minutes on SpeedGaming Main. We will have Inner Slice versus Asdar. So that's on tap for today, and we still got a lot more matches on tap for you this weekend. We've got 4 queued up for you this weekend. We've got Off 82 versus Nye on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, we've got 3 races, all at separate times, very conveniently. We've got Schwartz Gandhi versus Callum Chiss at 10 a.m. Eastern, Mr. Miguel versus Mighty Caesar at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and then Gollop and I will be going at it at 7 p.m. Eastern. So all of those races, excellent, definitely ones to look forward to. So yeah, Saturday is a pretty stacked day, folks. I thought AeroRaiser had Cannonball at one point, and picked it up after doing Cat West.
He should have it, yeah.
Because if Arrow had Cannonball, then those quad legs would have been absolutely poofed out of existence.
Yeah.
Do we know where Emerald is? Yes, Emerald is in Ing Reliquary. And if there is a Sky Temple key in Sank entrance, then we need to go and make a pit stop for it, or Fortress Transport Access for that matter. Watch Fortress Transport Access and Sank entrance both be the last 2 Sky Temple keys.
Yeah.
And then we'll laugh. So yeah, so far though, it looks like the chain for required progression, unless Emerald Translator comes up, might have actually stopped at Light Suit. Emerald and Cobalt might have just been caught in the crossfire.
Possible. Still hoping we get a key on Airy.
Gets the swag boost. Love to see it. That's a tough wall boost.
Yeah.
Usually these days I'm just eyeballing them. Alright, our remaining 2 hints. Oh wait, Hive Gyro, that's the key Xeno didn't get. Dynamo works the Spider Guardian fight. Cobalt Translator is required.
Which is Emerald is too.
Now, luckily for Xeno, that is basically GG. And both of those keys are right next to each other.
Yeah.
But yep, the icing on the cake, we did need that Cobalt, so yeah, XenoWars doing Forgotten Bridge skip definitely is gonna basically give them this race. Emerald was logically needed for Plaza access too, and and that's where Cobalt was hiding. Chat brings up a great point. Yeah, Spider Guardian has been showing up an awful lot. It's reminiscent of the 2020 tournament days. 2020 Spider Guardian was like required every other seed, even more frequently than that.
Yeah.
I think I remember one of the Swiss round. It was either Swiss or early brackets. It was Ob versus Kirby Master. There were 3 separate keys on Spider Guardian. 2 of them were red and required. The other was Sky. And the Spider Guardian fight itself, I think, had a Torvis key. A required Torvis key.
Required checkout?
Yeah, I remember that seed in particular just being... or no, it was an Aegon key, sorry. I think it was an Aegon key. Yeah, it was an Aegon key.
Yes, we did.
Triple STK Spider Guardian? Yeah, I think it's shown up once or twice.
I think it might have been 2 races. Got it. I think Azure knows too well about that one.
Say it again.
Oh, I think Azure knows the Spider Guardian having SDKs.
Alright, we're seeing Airy from AeroRaiser. Unfortunately, we know that this isn't going to play out. Unfortunately, Dark Samus is not 10 times weak to Annihilator Beam in this fight.
Yeah.
She is, however, weak, takes double damage from Dark Beam. So Dark Burst would actually be very effective here. And yep, that was a reset from Arrow, so that is it for the Airy Dive. Unfortunately, I do believe that means Arrow loses Cannonball for sure, if he didn't lose it already.
Yeah, he already lost it. He used the cannon lane arrow.
Yeah, by the way, besides that the Sky Temple keys and Light Suit, there was absolutely nothing in. Well, there was an Aegon key too, but besides that, there was nothing in Sanctuary today.
I think this has Light Suit. Yeah.
Yeah, the only major progression item was Light Suit. Light Suit, several Sky Temple keys, and an Aegon key.
And the Cannonball, nice touch, but not that.
Alright, so what Xeno's going to do now is use the... I assume is going to use the... probably going to use the Spider Side portal to grab the Hive Gyro key in Sank, and then is going to come out of that and go grab the key on Spider Guardian. And after that, it's a nice, easy save warp out of main Gyro, right to landing site. So this seed logically did actually go downhill to being total trash.
Yeah.
Because of that required Cobalt translator behind Reliquary Emerald.
Yeah.
This seed just felt slow because it was slow from the beginning with the back and forth for space jump. No beams, only light beam right away. Light beam by itself, I think, is probably the worst starting beam you can ask for because it by itself, it doesn't open a whole lot of checks. It's great for offense in Dark Aegon, but that's about it. And bombs the late bombs didn't help either. Bombs were power bomb locked in Dynamo Chamber. And power bombs were in Central Mining Station. Now that being said, Central Mining Station's logic is about to change, is changed in the newest iteration of Randomizer. Well, we're not currently running on that version just yet, but that might change for round 5 or the brackets. But Central Mining Station will now no longer need Light Beam or Spider Ball if you have Screw Attack. And Space Jump. I'm actually trying to think, what else were Secret Missiles required for besides besides the Emerald Translator and Sky Temple keys? Not really any, right? So you probably could have gotten away with skipping Secret Missiles this seed.
Other than they get into the gateway for the bosses, I think that's about it.
Say that one again?
To get into final bosses?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. No, Schwartz. Right now, the screw attacking from the crate is not in 5.1. Screw attacking from the crate is not in logic. It will be in logic in 5.2. And to my understanding, the tournament organizers do already have a plan for how they're going to be responding to that change. So that will be announced later down the road. Let's see where AeroRaiser. AeroRaiser is going back to Storage C. Luckily, with Cannonball, this fight is absolutely free. And storage C, energy tank. Although there's actually no more unique items. We found all beam combos and all remaining keys.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's literally nothing left. Xeno not having a bad phase 3 there. That was pretty solid. Oof. Cutscene starting right at the bottom of the half pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the longest spider or boost track because that you need 3 boosts starting from the left in order to get up there. All right, AeroRaiser is now going to go to Ink Cache 2. Check there. And Feeding Pit for that matter. Unfortunately, we just know isn't going to find anything. And that's GG for Spider Guardian. That is going to be XenoWars' 8th Sky Temple key. And they'll now backtrack to get number 9, which they did open the Dynamo Works portal, I think. In fact, yeah, Xeno definitely opened up the Dynamo Works portal. Oh, and it looks like there has just been an announcement in the Prime Rando Discord regarding the trick logic I have just described in Central Mining Station, and that is that we won't be going to 5.2 until after the rounds of Swiss. Okay. So this week and next week we'll be running on 5.1, in which we still need Spider Ball or Light Beam for Central Mining. After that, we'll likely be switching to 5.2. At which point, Screw Attack can substitute those 2 items. But it looks like XenoWars actually didn't open up the Dynamo Works portal, so they're going to have to backtrack around here, and unfortunately, defeating Spider Guardian adds extra layers of pirates here. Dark Oasis unfortunately revealed to be an energy tank. AeroRaiser now has 11 energy tanks.
God damn.
But yeah, with one quick trip around here, Xeno's going to get the last key and is actually electing to use the Hive Gyro save portal to get a save room to get back. Actually, not a bad play. Pretty smart.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, we couldn't have actually opened up that Dark Visor secret portal because we didn't really have secret missiles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in hindsight... Ooh, not quite. Xeno was going for the swag boost jump. Didn't quite work. Luckily, with Cannonball, no risk of getting spanked. That's better. I landed on the top floor, but that's okay. Nothing a quick space jump down can't fix. But yeah, with the Central Mining Station change in 5.2, that actually might make Screw Attack show up earlier even more often. just because now it's usable for another trick.
Ooh. I just saw they have a new experimental option. Having inverted ether.
Yes, you thought Link to the Past Randomizer inverted was insane? Well, how about we invert Light and Dark Aether? Put all the safe zones in Light Aether and make Light Aether try to kill you instead of Dark. Not sure if we're going to get a chance to show that off in the top 8. If we do, it's going to probably be the later matches, but yeah, that's a thing that just got released with Randomania 5.2, folks.
That's dangerous.
Warning, Dark Aether's atmosphere is actually okay. This is incredibly uncommon, which is why this is a warning.
Warning, this is safe?
Alright, AeroRaiser has returned to Temple Grounds. Not sure where he's going right now. Oh yeah, that setting has currently has no logic, so yeah, we're not going to see that in a tournament setting. Because yeah, no logic is definitely not a thing we allow in tournament. Alright, so AeroRaiser is heading back in the direction of Poison Bog, so this is going to net him Seeker Missiles, but it's going to be unfortunately too late. Xeno would have to have a pretty catastrophic disaster on final bosses at this point for Aero to keep up.
Yeah.
Which is pretty unlikely. Xeno's also packing Cannonball, so Emperor 2 is going to be a complete joke. You know, that's something that's actually been devoid in my matches lately. I haven't had any luck running into Cannonball. Or if I did, I had to give it up.
Yeah.
AeroRaiser also getting the harsh realization that this is why you do not pick the item on Grapple Guardian. Alright, Xeno electing to use Super Missiles here on Emperor 1. Ooh, that is some bad position for that laser. That is probably going to be a 2-cycle. Ooh,
yeah.
Not quite. In this scenario, power bombs would probably be pretty ideal. Because I know you can power bomb Emperor if you aim your power bomb correctly.
Yeah.
Even a bomb jumping into a power bomb is not a bad idea. But it looks like Xeno's going to improvise for now with Seeker Missiles. They are certainly more accurate. That should do it, but now the eye's got to cooperate, which it usually doesn't. Yeah, this eye's being super uncooperative.
There we go.
Alright, and that is going to be Seeker Missiles in just a second for AeroRaiser. Not too happy, I'm sure, to be seeing those where they were.
Yeah.
Gets a nice triple kill there. And that was actually a fairly solid Empering, too. Oop. Got bonked. Got a small hit, though. And that's gonna do it. AeroRaiser returns to Temple Grounds via save warp as XenoWars begins the Dark Samus fight escape sequence. Alright, so Xeno's now in position to get started on DS4. DS4 skip. We'll see if they choose the screw attack or the dark beam method. And it looks like they're going to go with screw attack. Gets a very strong first hit, but that's... Oop, and still gets shields. That should have been a tickle. Yeah, it was a tickle.
And centered.
Centered, but still down to only 25% HP, so this should still be a relatively fast Dark Samus 4.
Yeah.
AeroRaiser is about to discover his last 3 Sky Temple keys, unfortunately right as Xeno is about to finish.
Yeah.
Luckily, after this point, Dark Samus won't come back down. She's down, her health is too low.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it. GG to XenoWars. They will finish in first place with an official race time GG time of 2:37.25. And at that point, AeroRaiser has issued a DNF and will not be finishing either. Or will not be finishing. So we will hope to get both of our runners in for an interview because that was one heck of a seed. And with this, Xeno takes their first win of the tournament. After taking a bye in round 2.
GG's.
We are joined by the booth, by both of our runners, AeroRaiser and XenoWars. GG to the both of you.
GG.
Oh, those seekers.
Yeah.
Those were some bad seekers.
Shoutouts to full clearing the seed before seekers. That was my final check.
Bad super missiles too.
I had supers early. I chanced
yeah, I
it.
had them early, but it was an unhinted Amorbis because Violet was Violet locked.
Yeah, and we're fairly certain that Emerald is locking the Amorbis hint. So, AeroRaiser, you didn't get a chance to see this, but
Reliquary Cobalt, correct?
Reliquary Emerald, but guess what? Cobalt behind Emerald anyway in Plaza Access.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I already knew, because of how I did my checks, I already knew at this point that the two translators one was locking the other, because I've done everything else. So, like, one had to lock the other. So I figured, okay, I'm going to get one of the translators here, probably Cobalt or Emerald, and then I'll go to said place, because I'll be in a good spot to go to either from this spot, because I had opened the light block back to Torvis. So I was like, okay, if it's Cobalt, I can go back to Sank, do Sank map, which if it was Cobalt there, that's where I assume Emerald would have been, and fight Spider Guardian. Then if Emerald, immediately do back of Torvis, assume that I am going to find Cobalt on the path.
Yeah, and it ended up being needed too since Spider
Dynamo
Guardian
works,
was
yep.
Spider Guardian was a key. Xeno
Spider
actually
I never got Emerald.
Yeah, you had done the BSJ through Forgotten Bridge gate skip, and that
I
saved you a
thought about-
tremendous.
I thought about doing that, but I was like, that one will take me a while, and if there's nothing here, I get heavily punished for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, but no, like logically, the seed was, you had to go back and forth between Aegon and Temple Grounds a couple times. Then you had to go back and forth from Sank and stuff, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I was like, I even walked in and fought Quad.
You know, we were kind of hoping Quad would have had secret missiles,
Yeah.
but
That's what I was going for. I'm like, okay, I found one in Hive Key. I saw a second one. The third one's probably not far behind. Let me go ahead and get over this gate and fight Quad. And then Quad, like most of the other gambles I took this seed, more E. I did not need more E tanks. I think I had 10 E tanks at the end.
You had
you had 11.
Oh my gosh! And
Yeah.
I skipped one. The only one I skipped was Mining Plaza.
I had
So-
4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, this seed was very much not defensive starve. You literally your first item was a suit.
It was dark. Yeah, first item was dark shit.
Please.
Shout
like,
outs-
After I checked the hints, and I'm like, I checked the hints after I got STKs, I'm like, there's no way he's not about done, right? Like, got to be nearly done. 3 minutes later, there it goes. I'm like, okay,
Done.
I was still on my way out of hints. That's how last location those seekers were. I did everything else in the game.
I didn't have much left when I got those Seekers either.
Yeah, you both did a full loop around Sanctuary before Xeno. You ultimately chose after that to go back for Poison Bog.
Yeah, because of the key hint and then missile related in Venomous Pond.
Yeah.
Shoutouts by the way to the main research hint. A progressive suit can be found in main research.
Yeah?
You think that's bad? You think that's bad? As soon as I kill a Morbus, Morbus, and get that Violet, the first Violet hint I scan, Morbus has the Violet translator.
Oh, that was great. That was comedy
Yeah.
gold.
I stared at that one for a second. I'm like,
Yeah, I figured that.
Game.
Like, you started an awful bit of time on that.
Yeah.
like game. That's like, all right, I know what I'm in for. I mean, the only usefulness I got out of killing Quad was going back for the Aegon cleanup.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I checked UMOS 2, I went straight to Aegon. Full cleared the rest of Aegon. Feeding pit, in cache to everything. And I was getting nothing. And I'm like, oh. Now I got to hints and I'm like, alright, these hints are these 3 keys are translator locked. And sure enough, it's like they kind of had to be. I was actually expecting, at this point, FTA Sank entrance Sank map.
Well, the nice thing about FTA Sank entry. Oh, for the remaining keys, you meant.
Yeah. If that would have been the remaining keys, that would have been nice.
Yeah, because the nice thing about those 3 checks is secret missiles were locking both translators, so as a result, those couldn't they couldn't be in those 3 light suit checks.
Yeah, that's also why that's why I was very much determined. Like, okay, one translator is locking the other 100%. So whichever one I found in Reliquary, I would have followed.
Yeah.
Because all I had left was the Emerald Lock Torvis and Spider Guardian. I even rushed Hive entrance, and that was nothing. Well, it was Dark Burst.
And then Dark Beam on Sand Processing was pretty interesting.
I was happy to see that because I was going through. I went through early to figure I was just going to take the save out if I didn't find bombs.
Yeah.
So I took the save out, but then when I got bombs, I decided to immediately do the loop again and got very rewarded.
Actually, Arrow, that is something we do want to ask you about. We noticed at the start you had reset away Dark Visor from Alpha Splinter, but you managed to route it in pretty cleanly on your way back to Hall of
Because
Dead.
at the time, I still had no way back out. I did not have Space Jump yet, nor Boost Ball, nor Bombs. So I had no way out if I were to take the Amber, the Torvus Gate. So after getting Dark Visor, I was soft locked.
Well, the Emerald Gate stays down because it's random elevators.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that setting was on.
Yeah, because it's effectively a random elevator seed, which by default keeps the Emerald Gate down if you come from there at all times.
I forgot that little detail. Like, it didn't like hurt much because I just grabbed Dark Visor on the way to Amber Gate again. So like, it didn't lose me anything, but it's good to know.
I was tempted to just reset there as well. Then I remembered that.
Yeah. I also didn't like that I had to go through. I went through GFMC 3 times.
I
But
never got
I
the
had-
ship item.
The ship item was a power bomb expansion, I believe.
Yes.
I know I found almost all of those.
Yeah, you're like off by like 2.
Well, I know where one of them was. Hive Dynamo Works. Because we got hinted of a Morph related upgrade. So we knew one of them was Hive Dynamo Works. Yeah, I'm not sure about the last one. Probably like Torvus Plaza or something.
Plaza was a missile.
Oh. Most likely Seeker's Locked. So like Mining Station B or whatever, that area.
Probably.
But y'all, that seed. Whew, I had a harder time with that one than the all bosses seed. Given I fought all the bosses anyway, except for Chica, because thankfully we got that hinted super early.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that when I got Chica hit and I started fighting Torvus, because I'm like, I don't need these. Stop giving me these.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. It's like you go into Torvus, okay, there's an Echo Visor hint that points you right next to an Inghive key, but there's also like 2 other red keys in Upper Torvus.
Yeah, that was also unfortunate. I checked Portal Chamber when I knew it was an Inghive key. I'm like, wait a minute, I know this is an Inghive key because it was the last it was the last check I did that was possible to be the Inghive key. And then when I saw the Inghive key, I was going to do the item in Dark Lower Torvus. I'm like, oh wait, this is a red key. I know this is an Inghive key. I don't want this.
I stopped getting red keys after I fought a Morbus.
I already had all of them, but the Inghive keys by the time I fought Morbus.
Yeah, the Torvus keys were actually kind of early, but luckily Chica was totally... Yeah, Chica was dead.
Yeah, it was nothing. Also, shout out to finding Cannonball. I'm like, okay, I found Cannonball. This is neat. And then as I go to leave the room, I'm like, I'm about to give this up in 5 seconds.
To go do Airy.
Yeah.
Funny enough, for the main gyro, you don't need the cannon to use. If you activate the puzzle, you can jump on top of the ball and go into morph, and it goes up that way.
Well, no, it's not that. It's
I gave up the Cannonball for Airy.
It's that, because
Yeah.
Airy actually requires a non-cannonball, because for whatever reason, only Boost Ball breaks the glass instead of Cannonball.
Yeah, I was able to break. Yet the other glass broke from Cannonball, which makes these even more weird.
Yeah.
The other side glass broke when I morphed to get the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, game. Thanks. Like, movement-wise, I have no complaints. I moved very well. It's just those Seekers. I spent over an hour just looking for those. I think I had full tracker minus those.
That is some of the latest Seekers we have seen to date.
Yeah.
Because that was locked behind 2 suits, the latter of which was all the way in main research, which either had you, after Dark Beam, go all the way around Sank Spider side, or after Super Missiles, take the Sank Vault elevator to go pick them up in main research. So either way, yeah, those were pretty out of the way Seeker missiles, because going from main research to Poison Bog is still a bit of a walk.
That it was a walk. Like, there was a ton of walking to be had. Also, early on, I was very worried with a few things early on. So while I was going, I left Aegon, and I'm like, well, instead of going right back into the elevator immediately, let me save first in case I can't get out of Bomb Guardian. Then I got screw attack. I'm like, okay, never mind. I can get out.
Yeah. I went right back in. I didn't even bother saving. Not
Well,
that
I was
funny.
worried that if it was missiles, I wasn't getting out.
That's
If
true.
if it was missiles or a beam ammo, like I would not have been able to get out. So I was like, I'll take the save here because my progression is either there or GFMC. Fun fact, it was both, but it's
Yeah.
GFMC missiles. I got to GFMC on the way there, and I'm like, I still hadn't saved yet. I really hope this is missiles. This should be missiles, right? And then, yep, missiles.
I was hoping it was space jump because I didn't do DMT at that point yet.
I had DMT hinted, so I knew it was a movement system. I had assumed it was space jump, but not the smart thing on my end to forget about that on my way to GFMC. I'm like, well, I'm already here. I'm committed.
I read it and thought it said B, so
Yeah, I read the movement system in Hive Chamber 8. I'm like, cool, nice to know, game. But yeah, that was rough, Seekers. I was like about 30 minutes ago. I'm like, all right, the winner of this race is whoever finds Seekers first.
yeah, that's really the deciding factor.
Yeah, Seekers were insane. I'm not even mad at that. Though I should have remembered the hint. I got them backwards. I thought the missile was Dark Oasis and the life support system in Pond, and I'm like, welp. That's why I checked Dark Oasis. I saw the E-Tank and I'm like, oh, I got that backwards. I need to go to Torvus. And sure enough.
Yeah. After I got my Seekers, I still had to go fight Spider Guardian and Hive Gyro.
I had already done Hive Gyro, but I would have needed to fight Spider Guardian still.
You still had to get your Cobalt too, right?
Yeah. I was in Temple Grounds, but I still had a good 20 minutes of seed left. I was still gonna be moving for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much all I had to ask with regards to this seed. Anything else, runners, before we close out?
Nah, GG's.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
All right, Xeno,
I'ma hop out of here.
Congrats on your first W of the tournament.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing the both of you in round 5 soon.
Oh yeah, round 5 is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just hoping I get paired with someone that's gonna let me do some really funny settings.
Oh no.
I'm sure funny settings will be pretty common towards the end of the tournament for sure.
Yeah.
That being said, folks, our next match is coming up in just under an hour. We have Inner Slice versus Asder on SpeedGaming, so look forward to that. That'll be coming up real soon. And yeah, I think we should be all good to close out here. So folks, thank you for watching. We want to, again, give a major thanks and GG's to our 2 runners, XenoWars and AeroRaiser, for their fantastic performance on this Thursday evening. Shout outs again to our trackers Nomad06 and Gollop for their wonderful help making sure everybody knows who has what, pressing all the buttons. Ivypaw, thank you so much for joining me here in the booth tonight.
Yeah.
Yep, GG's out. Later.
GG's.
Have a good night. See you next mission, folks.